What's going on YouTube? It's your boy G, back at it again with another video. Today we got a little story time again. So today, don't get on me about smoking a black, please. I'm trying to get my tolerance back up so I can keep getting high as fuck, because I be smoking too much. So anyways, the story is about, as you can see by the title, I got locked up. But this is my senior year. I got locked up the first week of my senior year. So what happened was, my senior year, I had late arrival and double early release. So late arrival is like, you get to skip your first two periods. Like, you don't have your first two periods, so you come in your third period. So anyway, so the third period starts at like 9:30 or whatever. So I go in, so every day before school, like, I hotbox my car. So I'm smoking, I just smoke hotbox and then spray some cologne on me. So anyway, so this day I'm smoking with one of my homegirls, and she has like this little crown, fucking plane, hold up. Alright, so anyways, so she comes in, she gets in my car, but she has like a little Crown Royal bag with her that has like all her weed shit in it. And so we smoke whatever, and then she like, when we're going to go inside, she's like, "Can I leave my bag in your car?" I was like, "Yeah, it's cool, just put it in the glove box." So we go inside, we're both in the same class, it's like, I think it's history. And we go into the class, and like, we're walking in, and like, everyone's like, "Damn, y'all smell like gas, like y'all smell like strong as fuck." I'm like, I got cologne on. Everyone starts like trying to pass me their cologne, and like, I spray some on me, and I was like, I should be good. I was like, I'm good. So I go into class, but I had a tank top on, not like this, but like a nice tank top and some orange shorts on. So I'm just sitting there like doing my work, blah blah blah, and then the teacher calls me up like while she's doing attendance. She's like, "Can you come up to the desk real quick?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Can you go down to the assistant principal's office to go see if your tank top is in compliance with dress code?" I'm like, at least she didn't smell the weed. So I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. Like, I'll go down there." So I go down to the assistant principal's office, and I walk in, and I was like, "Can I go to my car to go see if I have a different shirt so I can change out of this?" She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." So she gives me a pass. I go out to my car. Number one fuck up right there. I should have fucking left. I should have just left. Like, I don't know why I didn't fucking leave. I was just high or something. Like, I did not leave. So I go in my car. I'm looking for a shirt, can't find one. So I go back into school to the assistant principal's office, and I couldn't find a shirt, because I was like, "Can I borrow one?" She's like, "Yeah, I got you." She gives me a black shirt. I just throw the black shirt on, and I'm starting to walk out. And as I'm walking out, she's like, "Hey, here's an orange one. This will match your shorts perfectly fine," because I had the orange shorts on. She's like, starts walking up to me. I'm like, fuck, she's walking up. So she walks up to me and like kind of like puts it up to my shorts. She's like, "Look, it matches perfectly." And like, as she's saying that, she does like a little sniff. She's like, I was like, fuck, I'm caught. Like, and she's like, "Can you wait here 1 second, please?" And I'm like, "Damn, bro." I was like, "Damn." Like, and she comes back like with like a security officer or whatever, and they bring me into this room with like, I think it was one of my counselors, and like the counselor, like, I was vice president of student council my senior year, like vice president of the whole school for like student council. So anyway, so the teacher's like, my counselor, she's like, "Man, Gianni, like, I did not expect this from you, like, all of this bullshit." She's like, I didn't know you were like that, like, all this. And then like, so I'm sitting in the room by myself, and like three people walk in, and like, as they're opening the door, they like open the door, and they're like so fucking dramatic. So they open the door, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's so strong." She's like, "I think I might be getting high." And I'm like, "Oh my God, this teacher's fucking extra as fuck." So anyways, so they're like, "We have to call the police, blah blah blah." So they call the police. They call campus police, and they had to take me to the security office. No. Let me take that back. Let me go back. So I'm sitting in that room with the teachers or whatever, and they're like, they had to search my bag, search my purse, and all that, and my person, not my purse, my person, and they see my keys or whatever. They're like, is your car on campus?" I don't know why I told them it was on campus. I should have said no, but I was like, "Yeah." was like, yes, it's on campus. And they're like, well, the officers are gonna need us. The officers, can the officers search your car? And like, I wanted to be compliant than non-compliant, so it was like they went easier on me. So I was like, yeah, y'all can search my car. And I wasn't thinking that like she still had weed in that bag, that little Crown Royal bag. So anyway, so the police officers come back, and so they bring me into the security office. And like when I walk into the security office, they had like all like there was everything that was in that bag like scattered across the table. And she was like we weighed up all the paraphernalia or whatever, and like it came out to like 12 point something grams. I was like, 12 grams? Like this girl had 12 grams on her? I thought we smoked all of it. So anyway, so they're like, let me call my let me call up to the office, up to the station to see like what we can do, like what we're gonna do next. So they call up, and they're like, and she's on the phone, she's like looking at me, she smiles, she's like, you're one lucky kid. She said, if you have under 2 ounces, we have this new thing where you can just do your community service, and you don't get the charge. If you do the community service, the charge does not go on your records. I was like, bet, like, yeah, I'll do that. They're like, but you do still have to go to alternative school, like all that. And the community service was 12 hours. And then I also got suspended for 5 days. So this was the third day of school, I'm telling you, third day. So I get suspended for the 5 days, and this was like, I think we started school on this was like a Wednesday. So I was suspended for 5 days. So I go to alternative school on a Wednesday next week, on the next week after that. So the alternative school is such bullshit. So at the alternative school, you have to wear like a white polo with no logo on it, and then you have to wear khaki pants or khaki shorts. You can wear whatever shoes you want, and you can't. And I think you have to wear low cut socks, so you can't wear any colored socks because like gang related, like all this bullshit. And you have to cover all your tattoos. And letting you know, like, it's my senior year, so I had all my tattoos pretty much. I had all these tattoos except for this one. I didn't have this one, and I didn't have this little one right here. All the other ones I had, like, I didn't have this though, but so all the other ones I had all my other tattoos. So anyways, so they literally had to give me these sleeves that I had to wear. They had to cover my entire arm. Like, it had to cover, because I had this tattoo on my wrist. So I had to cover my entire arm with these sleeves that I had to wear like all day during school, or I had to wear like a black like I guess a dry fit shirt, like long sleeve dry fit. So I used to wear that at school, bro. But the school was like pretty dope because like kids were like coming in and out like every day, so they couldn't assign homework or like any like reading assignments. So literally all our classwork, like all our homework type shit, was like in class. So like everything we had to do was like in class. So like everything was easy as fuck. Like all the classes easy as shit. So they gave me, yeah, PE, study hall, English, and history. So it was like easy as fuck, and the classes were super easy. So anyway, so they give me 35 days, but that's 35 days of in class. Like, so you have to be like 35 days of school. So it was like a month and a half or some shit. Longer than a month. Like it was like 2 months or some shit. So anyway, so I'm on like day like, I think it was like day like 25, and once you get like past day 25, like you can start, once you get to day 25, like you get like a different color sheet, like every week, like you did it, like if you did good like through all your class, no bad shit happened, like you get like a different colored sheet. And so like I'm on my last sheet, and once you get to the last sheet, you can wear whatever shirt you want. So I started wearing like my own shirts, and that was good. Like everything was fine. You could wear earrings. You couldn't wear like any other jewelry. So I go, and you're not allowed to bring your phone to school. Like you can't bring it on your person at all. Like you can't bring it to school. You have to leave it at home. So one day, like I forget it's in my pocket, because I used to bring it on the bus, but I used to slide it in the pocket of the bus, like on the side of the seat. Like everyone used to slide their phone in the pocket, because you have to ride the same bus there and back home. So I slide it on. But today, I forgot it was in my pocket once I got off the bus. I was like, fuck. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just give it to like one of the teachers, and I'll be good. So I go, and like you have to walk in through like a metal detector or whatever. So, and you have to take off your shoes, like your belt, like all this, like extra as fuck. So I'm like walking through the security guard, and I walk up to the security guard. I was like, hey, like I brought my phone on accident. Like, can you take it and hold it for the day? She's like, yeah, that's fine, I got you. She was like, cool or whatever. So I go through the whole day. We're getting out of school, and they call like when you're leaving, like it's so strict that like they call everyone by name. Like they call everyone, like there's I think we only had like, it was the very beginning of the school. Like I was there the second week of school, so there's no kids. I think there was only like 15 kids at OAC, which is alternative school. That was the name of it. There was only like 14 to 20 kids there, like in the entire school. So it was like everyone, like I had like 3 kids in my class. So anyway, so they're calling everybody by name so you can leave, and they tell you like, Gianni, like your bus is here, you can start leaving right now. So like you pick up your stuff, and then like Gianni, they say it over the intercom, they're like, Gianni, the principal wants you to go to the office, blah blah blah. So I have to walk to the principal's office, and he's like, even though you gave your phone, it was like, they're like, you still like disobeyed rules by bringing your phone to school. And I was like, I did it on accident, and I gave it to y'all. It's not like I tried to sneak it in or anything. Like I gave it to y'all. They're like, yeah, I know, but like, it's the fact that you didn't follow the rules, blah blah blah. They're like, we're gonna have to extend your time. And saying that I was getting out on day 30, like I was supposed to get out like a week later, like day 35. And so they extend my time to 60 days. 60 days. So that's 60 days of in school. So that's like 4 months. So I wasn't gonna get out until like the middle of November or some shit. So it's probably like October, and I had beef with like some Mexican nigga. Like he did not like me for whatever reason. I don't know why, but anytime like we got into like a class together, or like we were around each other, like we would always be like fighting, or like not like fighting, but like cussing each other out, like calling each other names, blah blah. So any day, like one day, like I guess he was mad as fuck. Like we were just on our we were just on each other's ass. Anyway, so we were in the lunchroom, and like we just started fighting, and I didn't lose for sure. Like I didn't lose, but so we got in a fight, and we go to the principal's office, and they double my time. They give me 120 days. 120 days. I was supposed to get out at day 35. I got extended for a cell phone that I didn't even mean to bring. So I got 120 days. So I'm there the entire fucking school year. The entire school year. I get out 3 weeks before my senior year ends. So I get out 3 weeks before my senior year ends, and I go back to school, and like all my teachers were like on like the most bullshit. Like none of my teachers liked me anymore. They all thought I was like a super bad kid because I smoked weed, all this shit. Like I got kicked out of student council. It was like, it was bad. It was just bad. Like the end of my senior year, like I didn't talk to anybody. Like, well, I mean, like I still talked to like all my friends, but like none of my teachers talked to me. None of the people in student council talked to me. Like it was just it was some crazy bullshit. But yeah, that was my story. That was the time I got locked up. I didn't get a charge. I did my community service, whatever. And yeah, that's my story. If you did fuck with the video, you know, smash that like button. Leave a comment down below if you guys want to see any specific videos. I do have more videos like ready to come up. I just gotta get more space on my computer so I can download them, so I can upload them to YouTube. I'll have them up before Friday. I have 2 videos that need to be up before Friday, and I'll have those ones up. But other than that, if you guys fuck with me, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the next one.